For the last 10 to 15 years, you've noticed a serious change in young men. You're not imagining it. More than ever, young men are dealing with more anxiety, more pressure, and more self monitoring. In fact, broader research over the last few decades has shown that men, more than ever, have been dealing with problems with focus, identity, and direction. Just the kind of thing you need when performance matters. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is the Yerkes-Dodson law. It's a well-established principle in psychology that actually says that your performance increases with stress until it gets to a certain threshold, and then your performance drops. So think about people like David Goggins, Tony Robbins, Michael Jordan, Winston Churchill, all extreme high anxiety, stress, pressure, but they're getting a high performance outcome. Now, what's happening here is that the problem is that it's too much stress and it's how our body is responding to it. Okay. So you're seeing the pattern where it works alone, it works under no pressure, but as soon as there's pressure, it stops working. Anxiety is not just in your head, right? There's well documented evidence over the last few decades, again, that anxiety is affecting your heart rate, it's affecting your blood flow, it's affecting your hormones. Now, a lot of times people hear hormones, they think it's just testosterone, which you may not have low testosterone. But that's not all that's happening. In the moment of performance, your hormonal state can look extremely different. You can have extreme high spikes of cortisol and adrenaline because your endocrine system is controlling all your hormones, not just your testosterone. And when you have high spikes of cortisol and adrenaline, your body is being put into a sympathetic state. You're putting into your system that's directly fighting against your erection. You need to be in a parasympathetic system in order to perform in bed. You need to be relaxed. It needs to be automatic, not monitored, not controlled, not in a survival mode, which is what happens when you have high spikes of cortisol and adrenaline. So again, if it's happening, if you have no problem when you're alone, you have no problem when it's under pressure, but as soon as you have pressure, it stops working. You have the wrong system at the wrong time. And on top of that, you have an added layer of environmental pressures. You have more stimulation, more comparison, and more expectation than ever, as well as other things in the environment that are affecting your hormones. Literally, the baseline is changing for men these days. Now, what's important, which I've said beforehand, and it's important that you know that nothing actually is broken. Your body is going into the wrong state at the wrong time. It's how your body is responding to that pressure. So it's not just anxiety, it's not just pressure, it's not just the environment, it's all those components tied into one. And so it's how your system is changing through it. That's where hypnosis comes in handy. Everyone goes in a hypnotic state every single day, but those who can tap into it can then adjust yourself on this real baseline level. Hypnosis converts the energy into aligned movement. For those who are ready, you go to www.haroldhypnosis.com. Have a great day.